Hello and welcome to my channel, DIY with Aurea. Today is part of an open collaboration, Just Our Imagination, and it is being hosted by Kathy Joe DIYs, along with Brenda, Rustic and Lacey DIY, and the guest host this month is Sweet Tea and Butterflies with Julie. And we are challenged to use as many balloons as we desire. We could either incorporate them or use them to create our projects. Along with some sponge rollers, you could use as many as you want, and some K-cups. So let's begin with our first challenge. I'll begin by using this emerald glue, and this is from Michael's. I purchased this at a grab bag. I'm gonna go ahead and water it down a little, and I'm putting it inside this bowl. I'm gonna mix it well, and then that baker's twine, I'm gonna go ahead and submerge it inside this glue. For this project, I'm going to be using a balloon. I blew it up off camera, and then I'm coming in with this plaque, and I'm going to trace this plaque on the balloon. So now it's time to add all of this baker's twine onto the balloon. So I'm just going to wrap it around until all the baker's twine is completely gone. After that, what I did is I put the balloon to the side for 48 hours. And once that was nice and dry, what I did is I came in with my scissors and I busted the balloon. Okay, so here it is. I'm going to be removing this balloon. I don't know why it came out like this. I think it's because of the glue that I used. I'm going to go ahead and clean it up a little. And then once that is cleaned, I'm going to begin by using these two plaques. They're wooden plaques. Well, this one is just a plaque. This is an ornament actually. And I'm going to be using this back part of the ornament. I also have 4 wooden blocks from Dollar Tree. I'm going to be creating a set of 2 by gluing 2 with hot glue. And now with more hot glue, I'm going to glue it right on top of the plaque. And then this, I'm going to find a way that I can place this right on top, because all I'm trying to do is to find stability for this piece. And then I added more hot glue to the other 2 blocks, and then I just place them right inside there, and this is the way it should look. So I'm going to go ahead and add more hot glue right on top of both of those blocks, and then I'm going to add the second plaque. And now this grass sheet here, I'm going to be gluing it right there with some hot glue. I also have this beautiful nativity set that I purchased at a garage sale several years ago. I think I paid $2 for this. I'm not even sure, but it was close to nothing. So it has some beautiful ceramic pieces, and all I'm going to be doing is I am going to be placing them inside there with some hot glue just for stability. And once that is done, I'm going to be adding some lights, and this will be it for this beautiful piece. Let me know what you think in the comment section. And now for challenge number 2. For this challenge, I'm going to be using these sponge rollers, and I'll begin by taking them apart. So I'm trying to create a wreath, and I'm just measuring to see how many rollers I am going to be needing. I'm cutting an opening just like this, and now that I know it fits, and then off camera with some hot glue, I started gluing them together. And then just making sure that the opening lines up with the next roller's opening. I hope that makes sense. it's time to put it around this bamboo wreath. This fits perfect. So what I'm going to be doing is, once this is put in place, I'm coming in with some white chalk paint, and I'm going to be giving it 2 coats to only the foam. And then once that is done, I went back with some hot glue and I sealed the opening on that foam. So I thought I was recording, but I was not. I used this ribbon here, and what I did is I wrapped it around, making sure to cover all the attachments. And with the same ribbon, I'm cutting a piece and I'm creating a hook so like that I can have something to hang it. I also have some Christmas bells, and I am going to be gluing on this ribbon 4 bells. I'm liking the way this is turning out. I also have this galvanized word. I went off camera and I painted with the Serenity blue, and that's a chalk paint. I'm going to be placing it right here, and it's going to be kind of slanted. And with more hot glue, I'm going to add some more to the E. I also have these leftover greenery from a pick that came from Michael's, and I've been picking on it for a while. Trust me, if you follow me, you'll see. Again, using more hot glue to glue the other greenery, and then using the same ribbon that I've been using, I'm gonna go ahead and create a bow, and then of course I'm gonna be hot gluing it right in the middle. I also have a Christmas jingle bell, and I will be placing that right in the middle. But before then, let me go ahead and tuck these 2 tails, and once that is done, then I could go ahead and glue the bell right in the middle. Let me know in the comment section, where will you put this little mini wreath at? Will you put it in one of your doors, inside of the home, maybe a cabinet door? Give me ideas. For challenge number 3, I got this air clay from Dollar Tree. I'm gonna go ahead and make it look like a straw, and then with a lot of hot glue, I'm gonna be gluing them on the K-cup with plenty of hot glue. And of course, I'm going to be wrapping the entire K-cup. I'm going to kind of distress it with this nutmeg brown. I'm going to go back and forth with this color and the white chalk paint. I'm creating a flower pot. So once I'm done, I have these pine cones, and that's what I'm going to be putting inside with a little bit of grass and some Spanish moss. And I'll be creating 3 of them. That was nice and simple. So now I'm gonna go ahead and transfer this Spanish moss right here on the K cup, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and put everything together, and this is it. And of course I'm gonna show you this at the end, but now I just want to remind you that this is part of an open collab, Just Our Imagination. Don't forget to go ahead and visit them. They're gonna be linked down in my description box, so you guys can go ahead and get more inspiration. And this pretty napkin, Fabi sent it to me in a package exchange. We had a challenge, I think it was last year, and this is what she sent me, and these are so beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a little bit of Mod Podge. I don't know what's wrong with this Mod Podge. I'm gonna go ahead and cut a little piece of the tissue, and once I add the Mod Podge to the cup, then I'll go ahead and start adding the tissue to it. So I'm going to cut a piece of this tissue paper. Once I cut it, I'll be adding some Mod Podge, and of course I'll be placing the paper on the K-cup. It's looking kind of wrinkled now, but once it dries, it's gonna be okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take some jute cord and I'm gonna wrap it around 3 times just to hide this lid up here. It's gonna come out really pretty. And then of course I'm gonna be doing the same thing as the first one, and I'm gonna be creating a third. The third one, all I did was paint it with metallic silver paint, and I also added a pine cone on top. And then of course I'll show all 3 of them in the final reveal. And here is the third one, and like I said before, all I did was paint it with the metallic silver paint. I added a couple of little rocks inside because I wanted stability. I'm adding a little bit of greenery and a pine cone, and that is it. Challenge number 4 and final challenge. I'm gonna be using this fishbowl along with this gigantic balloon. This came from a package of 99 balloons that I got the other day from one of the grab bags from Michaels. I love my Michaels, and you're gonna hear me mention Michaels a lot because I obtained so many beautiful items that I'm going to be putting them or implementing them in my next few videos. And now that I removed that neck from the balloon, it's a lot easier for me to go ahead and maneuver it. So now I can go ahead and stretch it and cover the entire fishbowl just as you see. And then I left the upper section just like that because I was afraid that if I cut it too short, it was going to roll down on the fishbowl. So I left it just as is, but I'm going to cover that up. And of course I went to my Cricut Joy. I printed the word joy, that rhymed, and all I'm doing is placing it on top of the balloon. I did have a hard time placing the joy on top of the balloon because of course it's rubber, and but yeah, I succeeded. A big thanks to all my amazing fans and future subscribers. Your support means the world to me, especially a shout out to those who have stuck around until the end of this video. If you enjoy the content, consider hitting that subscribe button. To the existing subscribers, your continuing support is invaluable, and you are the reason why I am here, and I appreciate each and one of you. I would also like to know in the comments section which of these challenges you think that I did best. I want to be honest, but this one I think is my favorite. But then again, I like also the wreath. But let me know your opinion. So now it's time to add some greenery. I'm gonna go ahead and recycle this piece of floral foam. I added a little bit of hot glue in there so this could stay in place. And then of course I came in with all this greenery and I stuck it right in there. And I also have this beautiful ribbon. I'm going to be creating a simple bow. And I'm going to be giving it a pop of color, putting this red bell right here. What do you guys think? I was thinking about using the silver one, but then I'm like, let me just put in the red one to see how it turns out. I also have some red berries that I'm going to be incorporating also with the greenery, so I think it's just going to be perfect. And with this greenery, I'm just going to go ahead and flock it, and this is going to cover up the section where the balloon ends. And this is it, my dear friends. We have come to the end of the video. I hope you have enjoyed it, and I will see you in my next video. Adios.